Welcome, welcome, welcome to the White Stone Ceremony. It's my very favorite of the year. And you might want to migrate over. I find colored pencils right on this really well. So there's colored pencils and there's white stones back at the table with the red cloth. So, and I don't know, Travis, maybe you want to pass some around as we're getting started. And if anyone needs a white stone out there in Zoom land, if you'll let me know, I'll try to get you. So, what? And get yourself something hot, as Lawrence, to warm your hands. I got here about 9:40 trying to warm this up, so we'll get there. The sunshine is good today. So how's your new year going?
Yeah.
It's really off to a good start for me. I hope you guys too. We had such a lovely New Year's Eve. I had more fun last Sunday. Wonderful meditation. Russ did an outstanding job with the burning bowl. We had good food, frittatas, and Beverly's fabulous soup, and our community. That's what I love, being together. And then this week we've had a good week. We've had oneness. We've had Wellness Wednesday. We've had a sound healing. I did that yesterday with Truth. And we even had snow. And I love, it was just a real quiet day on Friday, even though it wasn't a serious snow, but it was still fun. So today we get to set our intentions for 2024, both personally and together, because we're going to do a word of the year for our community as well as for ourselves. A new year just has such promise, and yet we know what comes up and builds up in a year. If you think about 2023 or any of the other recent years, what builds up in a year, we know we're going to face issues, challenges, wars, politics, and there's a lot that got left to be resolved here in 2024. But we know as Unitics, every day is a crucifixion, a crossing out. Every day we can release, and every day is a resurrection. We can begin anew. We can begin fresh. So let's proclaim this good news in our, in our opening statement. Together, there is only one presence, one power, active in my life and in the universe. God, the good, the omnipotent. So that is every day, in every way. I'm expressing higher and higher every day, every way. Isn't that what Susan Julie does? She is wonderful, wonderful me.
Yes, she does.
So, let's start off. Oh, our daily word. Yes, our daily word. Our daily word, I had to put the whole thing on here because I thought it was so good. Throughout this service, I'm going to be reminding you of good words, good possibilities for your stone, and wholeness. That's a great word, a good daily word. It is my divine nature and the truth of my life. I express my divinity as I fill my consciousness with thoughts and feelings aligned with the divine idea of wholeness. Inwardly, I bless myself and affirm and claim the wholeness, and outwardly, both ways, I nourish myself with healthy nutrition and a proper balance of exercise and rest. I am whole and complete. I am full of life. The power of life is active in me. If I experience illness, I may choose to receive treatment, but do not consider myself weak or diseased. Because we've got to take that action. We've got to do what we need to do. But even if part of my body may appear ill, I focus my attention on the vast majority of cells and tissues and organs that are expressing health and wholeness. I live focused upon the divine ideas of health, wholeness, life, so many more. I move through health challenges with faith and grace, knowing these experiences will pass. Divine wholeness is always available to me to restore myself to physical and mental wholeness. Yes. So, okay, must have muted. Excuse me. I was wondering about that. How about that? Yeah. Thanks. Okay. I hope my teacher voice came through. So now let's take this to prayer. Okay, I'm getting a little bit of feedback here, but so in affirmative prayer, we open, we know what God is, but we claim that for ourselves, and I know, and I do, and I appreciate. So on this beautiful day with the sunshine pouring in, even with the chill in the air, I feel fresh and light as I approach this new year. I breathe a full breath, a holy breath. That breath, it invigorates my physical body and also activates my spiritual powers. In the beginning was the Word. In the beginning, God, divine mind, divine light, divine love. So in this new year, so many possibilities, personally and for our community, for our world, for our country. So we pray in anticipation of the adventures that lie ahead. And there will be challenges and losses and gains. But anchored in faith, we recognize the one power, what we claimed in our opening statement. And we are one with this divine substance. And our divine nature fuels our choices day by day, moment by moment. So it is. So, as I said, let's take a breath, a holy breath. Here's a fun song to begin. No? So, the White Stone, so my favorite ceremony because I love words. I love writing. I love words. And we know Unitics love words. I mean, my gosh, the daily word. When we are in Wednesday Wellness, we draw cards. We focus on affirmations, words. And in the beginning was the Word. And I love it that Logos refers to the creative, law-giving, revealing activity of God. So, I always like to find out, well, what were the words for 2023? And my research revealed that there were a lot of words about social media and the advances in artificial intelligence. AI was a pretty important thing this year. And often there's a new word that comes up, kind of a slang word. It's a word that catches on, that captures our imagination and tries to express a concept. And of course, 2023 was no exception. Here's the word for Oxford, Riz. And it's short for charisma. Charisma, yeah.
I like that.
And so, yeah, I didn't, actually I wasn't aware. That just shows. All right. But anyway, it said 2023 marked the era of personal and professional PR. It was about a lot of branding and celebrity. And what does it take to command attention? But charisma. You need the Riz. You're not the it girl like they used to say. You got the Riz. And it pertains to someone's ability to attract another person through style and charm and attractiveness. All those influencers on the social media. So that's one word. Now, another word that came up was hallucinate. And okay, I think I know what hallucinate means, but look at number 2. When an artificial intelligence, like a computer system that has some of the qualities of a human brain, such as the ability to produce language in a way that seems human, it hallucinates. It produces false information. Hallucinate. So that image may be hallucinating. It may be false. And we are gonna, boy, discernment is gonna be one of our powers. And coming from here on, we're gonna have to discern what's real and what's not. But I know, like, you found a wonderful article on the Whitestone. I mean, AI has wonderful uses, and I've been hearing a lot more good uses. Of course it has the other potential, but hallucinate. Now, Merriam-Webster looked at several of words: deep fake, implode, dystopian, elemental, Riz, EGOT. You know, that's for the people that get an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar. What's the T? Tony, thank you. So evidently there were several people. There were 2 or 3 EGOTs. But the one that they settled on, and I'm so happy about this, was authentic. Because yes, we can be authentic. Even with the AI, it's not false. It's true to one's own personality, spirit, or character, worthy of acceptance or belief as conforming to or based on fact. But I like number 2, true to one's own spirit and character. Authentic. So I'm glad that made it on the list. So that's 2023. So what are we going to do? Now we come to 2024. Well, I was in the sanctuary yesterday, and True did a wonderful sound healing, and so it just came to me, ooh, 24, there's a lot you can do with 4. You know what, I looked it up, there's over 1,000 words that, you know, immediately rhyme with 4, and here's a few that I found. So decor, adore, core, galore, or ignore, implore, shore, door. Now, can you just pick a few, like, oh, 2024, take the oar to the shore. I don't know. Adore yourself in 24. There's so many ways we could do. Or I implore you, 2024. What's up? I don't know. But here is really what came to me. I made this slide. I wish Lorraine were here. But 2024. Oh my God. An open door. Yeah. And so I found that image of a door opening. Now, I have always loved our mural in the sanctuary, because with that stream, that bridge, it's like we're crossing into something. And of course, there's the beautiful light in the background. So this is, you know, I think someone said 2023, free to be me, but I love this, 2024, an open door. Yes. We don't know. We don't know, but I'm excited. It's bright. So, let's see. Now, so I propose that we use our heart-centered metaphysics to uncover the words for 2024. So, of course, we had words back in Advent. Faith, peace, love, joy. That's, we Unitics, we just love words. Now, I'm going to play this link in a minute, but, and I do have these to give out to anyone that wants one. Unity, Silent Unity does a monthly prayer service. And it's a prayer that you can read part of it. It's always just a really, really beautiful prayer. And I'm going to use that today in service, because as I read it, I said, oh my God, that has such words that will, I don't know, inspire us, jog our thinking, our memory, our hearts, whatever. So I'm gonna be inspired by that. Now, I will tell you. Oh wait, I do want to show you what the prayer looks like. Let me go to the link. I forgot. It's right here. Just so, in case you don't know, they put one of these out every month, and they have an archive, and the prayers are always affirmative and really, really good. So. Let's see, maybe I'll come back. Where do I need to come back to? Yeah. All right. Now, this wasn't in the prayer, but the word presence came up to me this week, and so I made up my own thing for that. And then I'm going to get you all to help me do some of the others. But here's what came up for me. So I'm working with Sarah Payton a lot, who deals with kind of an NBC resonance, and we were talking about body sensations. And you know, one of the best ways to get present, of course, is with our breath, but also to be aware of our body sensations. So Sarah had us in partners work on this, and what really astounded my partner and me is how quickly your sensations can change. So, like, at the moment when Sarah started it, I felt safe and calm and relaxed. So, you know, I just wasn't noticing anything in particular. But then I did notice my throat felt constricted. I guess I was worried about speaking. And then some laughter bubbled up. And, well, that just changed the energy in the body. And you just felt a light rushing of energy. And then later we talked about something that had troubled us. Well, that brings in a whole other myriad of body sensations. So when you can really be present to body, mind, and spirit, it is amazing how you can totally get in touch with your feelings and what's really going on deep inside. And, you know, they say that a feeling, an emotion, really only lasts about 7 seconds. It just goes through you. Well, that's what we found when we played with these ideas of body sensations. You know, you think about your abdomen, your throat, your head, your shoulders, your chest, anything you feel in your legs. You know, you can just really think about it. And the way it changes so fast really supports that idea that you're never just stuck. You can live moment by moment, moment by moment. And this moment doesn't have to be like the last moment. But you know how a lot of us get like sad and down, and we just think, well, that's it, I'm done. And that's really not true if you really work at it. So and another thing about what I'm going to be doing with each one of these slides is, you know how Russ and I talked about prayer and Beverly, and we gave the story about praying rain, where this Greg Braden went out with a Native American, and the guy said, you know, prayer is the feeling. I just felt the rain. That was my prayer. Because Greg Braden couldn't see him doing anything, and he didn't understand. But pray rain. Well, we're going to pray these words. And so as I read it, so the word here is presence. And I've talked about body sensations, but also feelings. So feel the word as I say the prayer. So divine presence is deep within my soul. Nothing can disturb or dismay this presence. It may be felt as comfort, strength, joy, courage, or understanding. Every day, in even small ways, I am aware of the presence of inspiration and new ideas, the presence of justice and kindness as I refrain from judgments. I'm aware of the presence of understanding as I gain clarity about my purpose. Moment by moment, I am presence. am peace, serene in this moment. Travis, would you read this one for us?
Yes. From here.
Yeah.
I am peace, serene in this moment. In the beginning of each creative moment, divine peace is my source and ready resource. Before I speak or act, I center in peace. Everything I begin in the state of peace, I bless with clarity and charity. My mind and heart overflowing with peace, I rest in the silence.
I am peace. I should have brought the other mic in here. Chris, could you read this one? Can you project like an actor?
I am faith-filled and faithful. In the beginning of my possibility, I'm going to trouble reading my glasses.
Okay.
It's okay out there. In the beginning of any possibility, my faith is my spiritual anchor. Quickened by faith, I perceive the pervasive power of God in plentiful, divine ideas. I claim conviction, confidence for the fulfillment of my intentions that have not yet manifested. I cultivate faithful anticipation as I pray in silence.
I am faith. Here's wholeness again. Wholeness. Dave, could you read this one?
Sure. Realizing wholeness, I heal. In the beginning of a healing need, spiritual wholeness is the truth I rely upon. No human condition could interrupt the flow of divine life that I can sense and I know and claim. In this moment, I bless my body, mind, and emotions with the refrain, I am whole.
You want to read, Angel? Thank you.
I thrive as I open my heart. In the beginning of my desire to prosper, God is the source of divine abundance. I recognize an ever-flowing stream of possibilities, reaching for divine ideas with an open heart. Divine ideas prosper me, providing me infinite ways to satisfy material as well as spiritual needs. Gratefully, I experience great blessings here and now.
I am open. Abundance and love. Laura, could you read this one, please?
Shine the light of love in the world. In the beginning of desire for harmony. In the beginning of desire for harmony in the world. Divine love is my source. I align in the harmonious power of love, devoted to being the presence of harmony in my thoughts, words, and actions. Grounded in love, I bless the world and contribute to global harmony.
Love, harmony, blessing. Now that brings us to the white stone ceremony. It has its origins in a Bible verse in Revelation. Whoever has ears, let them hear what the Spirit says to the churches. To the one who is victorious, I will give some of the hidden manna. I will also give that person a white stone with a new name written on it, known only to the one who receives it. And Bill and Cher Holden from, I believe it is South Carolina, they have an interpretation of this. So, as we activate our intuitive wisdom by paying attention to high spiritual teachings and making them practical, see, that's eating the manna, digesting it, we tap into the extraordinary us, our innate divine nature, and we become aware of our true spiritual divinity, our authentic self. The white stone, which transforms our human personality into its higher, more spiritual essence, the true nature of who we are, the new name on the white stone. And for us, usually that's just, it's a guiding word of something you can come back to. Have y'all ever saved your white stones? I went and looked at mine. Yeah. And it's interesting to go back. And of course, I reviewed the letters I've written. I did that, but even the stones, just the words sort of show my journey. And so these are really special. I think one of the remarkable aspects of the white stone is this new name, this idea of a new name. And we know that happened in the Bible, like Saul became Paul as he began to spread the ministry. And we know that Abraham was originally Abraham. So this idea of changing a name, I bet you've got a friend, I bet you know someone who has changed their name. It's like shedding old labels and taking on the new. And probably these words that you may put on here today, when we were just praying over them, peace, love, harmony, presence, that's the way we came in the world. So it's really not new. We're just going to uncover it. We're going to let it express this year more than ever. So, we want you to choose a word, and I'm going to go into a meditation with some music. If you need a white stone, they're in the back. There's colored pencils that seem to be effective in writing. And at the end of the meditation, we'll come back together and we'll share in a pop-up fashion. You don't have to share. It's only if you want. And then we are going to work on a word for our community as well. So, let's see. I think I'm going to run back. I'll be right back. I'm getting a pen for myself. So as we come to this meditation, let's take some slow, full breaths. Relax and settle into stillness. Gosh, we've heard so many words and ideas today. They seem to whirl around like the snowflakes did on Friday. Now let them softly settle. Let them settle. And as you surrender and allow Spirit to speak to you in silence, make a space for unlimited possibilities to become manifest, to come to mind, in creating a space in your consciousness open to unlimited possibilities, unlimited potential. Open the treasure chest in your heart and find a quality from formless thought that emerges from that treasure chest. It's always been there. So I consciously invite the activity of Spirit, the whole Spirit of God, into my heart and mind for these next few minutes. As you sit in the silence with Spirit, perhaps there's a new job, a new career, a new location, a new quality or word that Spirit is pressing out through you. I invite you to give your ego a few minutes of rest and let that holy self in you come through. Permit yourself to know that you have a new focus, a new name, if you will, in the silence. Looks like y'all are just coming to your words. Good deal. So we've got color pencils, we've got Sharpies, so.
We can only pick one word?
Well, actually, I did write something.
on every little thing.
Yeah, I put something around there. I've got a main one. What about you, Brittany? What came to mind?
Well, there's two.
Okay.
I don't know if one of them is too.
Well, maybe it'll settle down with you this week, you know.
Powerful
Okay.
and brave.
Kind of goes together.
Yeah.
Powerfully brave.
Yeah.
Powerfully brave. I like it.
Yeah, I noticed the word elevate earlier before we got started. And of course I thought, yes, I want to elevate 2024. And on the tail of that came that part of me that sometimes is a little bit self-judgmental, that I'm not always feeling elevated, or I don't feel like I'm always elevating. And so the next word that came was embrace. And so I had embrace and elevate. And
That's interesting.
then that turned into embracing. You know, and I felt that. It was like, when I'm embracing all of self, I'm elevated.
Ah.
So then you gave me the thing to read for harmony, and I felt like I brought it all together. I brought all of that together.
It's harmony, that's
Yes, I am harmony.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, when you read it, I felt the harmony. I felt like in tune and the vibration. Yeah, that's cool. I love it.
Kept morphing.
Yeah, I guess I kind of put out a lot of words. Didn't it? Oh my gosh. Pam, what about you?
I was thinking the word heal, but for some reason I never noticed this ever until you had it up on the slide that heal is in health.
Okay.
I never noticed that heal was in health. I have no idea why I didn't, but
Okay.
so mine is health.
Health.
Heal.
Heal.
Heal and health. Heal.
And of course that's not just physical, that's just so much. Oh, that's wonderful. Wonderful. Travis?
Well, actually, I came up with my word. I've had my word for a couple of days now.
Well, you've been
I'm
working on some
dedicating.
things.
I was in this gratitude, and so anyway, for me, for my catchphrase for the year is deeds of gratitude.
Deeds of gratitude. Okay.
Deeds of gratitude.
Okay. So you came more than once. Anyone else?
Imagine peace.
Imagine peace. Oh, let's imagine real hard on that. What does that look like? Ah, yes. I've been thinking about that too, Ken, a lot through December. Chris?
Well, I considered a lot of words, but in the end, there was only one thing I could put down.
Okay.
Unperturbed calm.
Unperturbed calm.
It's about a month in there.
Yeah, I knew that. And you really experienced that
Yes.
and have brought it back.
And the point is to nurture it, cultivate it. It's the ground state for a lot of other conditions. It contains a lot within it. So yeah, there wasn't much choice.
That's wonderful. And I feel that from you since you came back for sure. So it's a real thing. Dave?
I too have thought about many, many words this week, and it came down to I got inspired to be international and go amore.
Oh, okay.
But since it's 24, I'm just going to say 24 or more. I
Or more.
don't know if that's correct or not.
It is.
It works. It's your word. It works.
It works. It works. I didn't have that on my word cloud, did I? Anyone else? I'm going to let you all volunteer because I'm not making anybody do. I knew I could force these guys.
Fulfilled.
What have you got?
Fulfilled.
Fulfilled. With an ED. Fulfilled. It's done. I'm fulfilled. Fulfilled. You know, every time y'all say a word, I'm feeling it. I really am. You know, you say your word, and again, they go back to that body sensation, and notice how the word lives in you. Yeah. So, Russ, anybody? Roger.
I don't know, I kind of did this a little bit last year, I started, but I thought it was Ivan the Warrior. And then, I can envision fire, and so I had broke down fire, and earlier I had asked who was going to help me, and they told me the King, the Magician, and the Joker.
Okay. Like, is that tarot cards or just an
I
archetype?
don't know if it's Tony Robbins or...
Oh, okay.
But I don't know where the Joker comes from. Because he talks about the king, the magician, the warrior. And there's a book out there about different types.
Archetypes, yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know nothing about tarot cards.
Well, that's okay, but the archetypes, really what you're talking about is archetypes, kind of. Yeah, but you'll have to, that's interesting, very interesting.
Maybe it's having a sense of humor about the situation.
You know, coyote is like a joker in Native American lore. So that's definitely an important thing. Anyone else? So okay. Well, I didn't share mine because it's going to impact on this next one, but but I will. Unity Word of the Year is coming up. All right, so we got to be thinking of our community. Now, to get you primed for that, let's look at what we used to have. Okay, and Laura contributed this one. So one year we came up with resilience, and then Laura said, oh, let's add joyful.
Yeah.
Joyful resilience. I love that. That's been one of my favorites, really. 2020, I always laugh at this. We thought, 2020 vision, 2020. Y'all remember the beginning of 2020 and how that unfolded? Okay.
Oh, wow.
That's going to be one of those events. What happened to you in 2020? And then the next year, reveal the treasure. And then I love this year, we did wonder. And I remember everyone started sending me pictures. I remember Dave sent a lot. And, wonder and awe, that's a favorite of mine. That's an all-time. And do you remember last year's?
Connection.
Yeah, good. And the way that y'all, not just connection, but I am connected. And so that was last year. We really brought that in throughout the whole year. And so now this year, well, my word was resolve. But it's kind of come up for the community and for me because I started a lot of things in 2023 and I got on a good path and they're not finished. And so I'm resolved, or another word could be resolution. And it was kind of interesting. I looked up You know, this is going to be a big year of transition and change. Well, for me, but definitely for our Unity community. And we're going to mourn and we're going to celebrate. But we'll be connected, connected. We'll hold each other dearly in support and encouragement. And it's just that open door, you know. So this article that I said is, you know, like in math, I'm a problem solver. Well, solutions really are only fixes to the problem at hand, and they're not necessarily, they take care of the situation at hand, but there could be more. And so, for example, selling our building is a solution to our immediate financial situation. And it is going to give us the capital then to really invest in our ministry, because we've only been pouring our money into keeping the building going. So it is a necessary thing, but it is a solution. A resolution is going to address what brought us to this current situation and what's going to take us into the future. And you have to admit, the real work is going to begin after we pack the boxes. We got some work ahead of us. So, what are your ideas?
I have a couple.
What?
Adaptive.
Adaptive? Okay.
Transformation.
Transformation. Adaptive transformation.
Opportunity. Growth.
Opportunity. Ooh, okay, I knew I was going to do this. Hang on. Okay, wait, let's see. Let me pull up the PowerPoint. Oh, wait. That's
Well, I
right.
got a question. Can we get personal?
Yes.
So, you're saying resolution and what got us to this point. What got us to this point?
Right.
What got us to where we are now?
Right. And, yeah, exactly.
I'm
I
asking.
mean, what got us to where we are now?
Where we're having to sell the building.
Oh, okay. Well, our finances have just been shrinking, and
A perfect vision in 2020.
yeah, but we didn't exactly come back from the pandemic, and we know that if we, you know, having a minister could be a way to really build community. And although we've had the talent of Beverly and Russ, we've had ministers involved, and Colleen Brown, and I've stayed with it, and Travis, and you know, we've all held together, no doubt, but we want to thrive. And we're so excited that, for example, your group is bringing in different people, and they're saying, people are starting to see the power of these groups. And of course, back in 2023, we tried the spirit groups. And you know, I'm going to tell you, the spirit groups worked. It's just sustaining it. The sustaining is an issue. And, you know, so, anyway, that's the best answer I could give. If anyone else wants to contribute to that, please.
Well, I feel like it would be helpful to be able to come up with this word that we want to represent for the whole year.
If you know, yeah.
Sound like underneath you want to thrive.
Opportunity. I've heard adaptive transformation. I've heard open the door. What else? What else am I hearing?
I'd like to offer embracing.
Embracing. Okay, and I said resolve or resolution.
Opportunity.
I got opportunity.
Growth.
Finance.
Say what?
Finance.
Abundance.
New beginnings.
New beginnings.
Evolution.
Evolution.
Did you say new kitchen beginning?
Growing and flowing.
Yeah,
I have thought about flow myself.
Growing and flowing.
or will have.
As we say, I go in the flow and I grow in the flow. That's really important. Anything else?
Igniting the flame.
Igniting the flame. We talked a lot about the elements last year, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep thinking of the image of the phoenix. You know, take it down, but bring it back up.
I like the flame because I keep thinking shine, because we need to let our light shine.
Oh,
so we
yeah.
attract ourselves, you know, to the
Perseverance.
community and our
Yes,
new home.
yes.
We'll be able to say, hey, what's going on?
We'll be able to have so much more.
Shine, shine, shine.
Elevate.
Elevate, okay. Okay. Those are a lot of good words. We may not have to settle on this today. Those are fabulous ideas. I love it that y'all are thinking of all this. Yeah.
Well, if we pick a word, can we figure out how we're gonna use the word too throughout the year?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what we do?
We're not done. You know, I mean, you can see what the other words were, and you could see, you can't make it too complicated, but you could see there how there could be a focus, and really all those joyful resilience, because in a way we have been resilient. Ooh, we're still here.
That's true.
And we have a lot of resources and a lot of talent. You know, yeah.
A lot
so-
to give
A lot to give.
and receive.
I mean, for example, on Wednesday nights, when the people come in and what they experience with that healing, those healing sessions, you can tell it just make an impact. Impact is, you know,
Good word.
Is a good word. Impact.
I like that. It's an action.
Okay. Impact. And you can see we're already in the action of what we need to be doing. But, you know.
Impact, action, not action.
Right. Right, doctor. Okay. That's funny.
It's kind of who we are, we're kind of impacted.
Possibilities.
Okay. Well, if you think of anything else, I mean, you know, this is only beginning here, and I hope we can resolve it. You brought up wonderful ideas. I hope we'll come to some sort of consensus, and then let's let that be our focus. But all of these ideas, that's the thing about Divine Mind. There are infinite ideas. I used to worry about, oh my God, what am I going to talk about? Haven't I exhausted all the topics? And then I realized imagination is infinite. It's always infinite. There's always something we can do, we can think, we can, idea we can manifest. Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
That's a good word too, imagination.
Imagination, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, how about embracing that? Embracing is really good because
Embrace
you can
imagination.
embracing imagination, but you can embrace a lot of things. So let's see. Now we're gonna come back.
Curious, what's the biggest acronym you can make out of all these words?
We can put that in the, copy this down. See, I'll leave that one to you. Okay.
One thing I like to remind myself of is that I am infinity unfolding. And as you're throwing all this out there, it's like, I keep hearing that again.
Oh,
We are infinity unfolding.
That is the truth. Gosh,
There's no end to it. There's no end to the possibilities.
So infinity.
No limitations.
I am infinity. I'm really liking that. I will get to it. That's a good one. I can't type it right now, but I'm going to write it down. Well, I have one more song. I know. Well, no, it's